Hey guys, welcome to Tech Fortitude. Today in this video we're going to see how to create a 24 hours live streaming setup on your Raspberry Pi. So you may have seen a lot of live streams on YouTube which has been streaming for a pretty long time, and you may have wondered, well, how do they do that? So there are plenty of methods that you can do it. So today we're going to do the same thing but with the help of a Raspberry Pi. You can even use a secondary computer of your own if you have some, and all you need is a stable Wi-Fi connection. Ethernet is preferable, and a stable power source, and of course a good cooling system. So without any further ado, let's get started. Let's get right into the process. So here I am inside my computer. So how are we gonna start? Let's start by installing the operating system for our Raspberry Pi. So let us download Raspberry Pi Imager and open that. I have already opened the Raspberry Pi Imager. It's right here. So now what we're going to do is we need an SD card for flashing the OS. If you know about Raspberry Pis need SD cards to run an operating system. So we're going to need a card reader. So let's plug in our card reader into our SD card and let's plug it into our computer. So once we do that, in our Raspberry Pi Imager we need to go ahead and select the device. So I have a Raspberry Pi 4. If you have a Raspberry Pi 5, then you're rich. So just select your preferable model. In my case it's a Raspberry Pi 4. So let's select that, and the operating system. I prefer something which is lightweight, and I don't want a desktop environment since we're gonna use SSH. So let's go for Raspberry Pi OS Lite. So if we select other, there we have Raspberry Pi OS Lite 64-bit edition. That's what I want. Click that, click choose storage and select your SD card, and once you click on next, in this pop-up go ahead and select edit settings. Once you select that, you gotta set your host name, your username and password, and if you are willing to use a wireless LAN, then configure it right here. But I'm gonna use an Ethernet, so I'm not gonna do that. And also make sure that you have selected a local here. Once you have all that, we need to enable SSH, of course. Yeah, we need to enable SSH. Select that, and we're gonna use password authentication, of course, which is nothing but this one. We're gonna use the same username and password. So let's just type a password, and yeah, that's it. So click on save and click on yes. Type your password and wait for the software to write the operating system. Okay, so now the OS is flashed, and now let's plug this into a Raspberry Pi and power it on, and we have to wait for some time for it to boot. And also, as I said before, I'm gonna use Ethernet, so let's plug Ethernet as well. Okay, so we have to wait for around 2 minutes, and after 2 minutes, hopefully the OS will be booted. So my Raspberry Pi is booted. You can check out the IP address from your router's web portal. I've already checked that out. So let us go and log in with our SSH credential. So type in SSH, your username which you have configured, and with a nut, and your IP address of the Raspberry Pi 192.0.0.12. Yes, and your password. There we go. So now we have logged in, and I have a PDF in the description. You can click that and you can view this step-by-step guide to create various live streams, not only with a static image with the music loop like Lo-fi. You can even stream a video in a loop. You can also stream live webcam feed, all are for 24 hours. So now what we're gonna do here is we're gonna configure FFmpeg, and we're going to stream it live on YouTube. And yeah, so that's what we're gonna do for this particular video. We're gonna choose an image with a music loop, which is like lofi, right? I have all the media files over here, my documents folder. This is the picture that's gonna appear on my video, and this is the music that I'm gonna play in loop. So the duration of the music is around 2 hours, so it will loop for every 2 hours. So that's how it works. And of course, before starting the stream, we have to transfer these files to our Raspberry Pi. So we can use SSH for that. So we can simply just go into our terminal, and if I type ls, we don't have any folder here, so because this is the home directory of the user Siddharth. So we're gonna create a folder here. So let's type mkdir. I wanna create this folder as stream. Good. So cd stream. So now we're inside the stream folder. So now what we're going to do here is we get the so I have used ChatGPT to get the SSH code for transferring the file from the computer to Raspberry Pi. So we're gonna use SCP, and we're gonna we're gonna transfer the file to our Raspberry Pi. So let's go here and type scp/home/Siddharth. It's my home directory, documents slash. Let's start with the mp3 file, music.mp3, and my username at the IP address of Raspberry Pi .0.12 colon, and your path. So in my case it is stream, right? So stream. And yeah, so now if we hit enter, oh sorry, we have to do it in the system. Let's type the command once again, scp/home/Siddharth/documents/music.mp3, and the username of our Raspberry Pi slash colon/stream. So the password, permission denied. Yeah, there we go. So this is because this slash over here defines the root directory, but we want this to be in our home directory, right? So that's why we got the error. Anyways, so we have transferred the music file. Let's transfer the background as well, stream.jpg. No such file or directory. Why? Okay, it's streambg.jpg. My bad. There we go. That's it. We have transferred all the files. So now let's connect to the SSH once again and verify whether we have all the files in the directory. So ls stream. There we go. So now what we're gonna do here is we're gonna install FFmpeg. So let's proceed with the script creation. So if we go to the guide once again, we can see that we have to install FFmpeg and some other utils. So let's do that. So let us first run as sudo apt update. Alright, we have some updates. Let's just update that now. So sudo apt upgrade, and we have to wait. So the update is completed. So if we want, we can restart the device, but I'm not going to do that. So let's proceed with the script creation. So what we're going to do now is we're going to install FFmpeg. So for that, let's just type sudo apt install FFmpeg. Meanwhile, let us go to our YouTube studio and create a new live stream. So studio.youtube.com. Studio.youtube.com. There we go. So what we're gonna do here is this is my own account, so I'm gonna set up a live stream right now. So let's go to our go live. This is the live control room. So I'm gonna create a live stream right now. I'm gonna use the streaming software, and once we do that, we will get yeah, no, it's not made for kids. If it's made for kids, then we have a lot of restrictions in the live stream, so let's not check that. Okay, so in this we have several options down here. So this is the streaming key. So this key is very confidential, so if someone has the streaming key, they can easily live stream on your YouTube channel just like that. So you gotta hide that. And now what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go all the way down to this code right here, right? So let's just copy this code. Good. And then let us go to our terminal, and in our terminal I'm gonna go to the stream directory, and I'm gonna touch a bash script. So I'm gonna touch it as stream.sh. There we go. And now let's go to nano stream.sh. Good. And now let's paste the code over here. There we go. And in this code, what we're gonna do here is let's just copy our streaming key and put it right over here. So let's just paste our code right here, and then we do also need to edit some of the other things as well. For example, we need to make sure that the image and the audio's path are in the correct order, right? So let's do that. So it is in the home slash Siddharth slash stream slash stream bg.jpg, and the same thing applies to our music as well. Siddharth slash stream slash music.mp3. Control O, enter, Control X. There we go. And now we need to make sure that the script is executable. For that we need to change the permissions of the script. So chmod plus x stream.sh. Now the script is executable, so let's just execute the script. So it's simple. We need to type sudo /stream.sh. But there is a small disadvantage in this. So since we are in an SSH session, if we quit the terminal window, the script automatically terminates, but we don't want that. That is why we need to use something called as screen. So sudo apt install screen. There we go. So there it is. So we have screen or tmax. We can use either one of them, but in this video we're gonna use screen. So we're gonna create a new screen session. So before that, let's install screen, and that is installed. So now what we're gonna do here is let's type screen -s stream, and that will open a fresh session, and in this session we can run the script and we can close the screen window. So let's do that. So let's go to stream directory. Let me go to the live streaming control room, and let us run the script. So sudo /stream.sh, and there we go. So the stream is now started, and we have an excellent connection on our YouTube studio. Meanwhile, we can press Ctrl A and Ctrl D to detach ourselves from the screen, and we have an excellent connection. As we see here, there will be minor lag in your stream if you stream a very high resolution audio or video. So we need to adjust our stream quality and the latency um, as per our hardware. Yeah, there we go. We can see this warning or an error. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Anyways, so if we choose to reduce the quality, then we should be able to stream it. And now this stream will continue till till the Raspberry Pi terminates itself, or if there is an internal error, the stream will again restart the session and start streaming. To get back to the stream and monitor that, we have a separate command over here. So we can use screen -r stream, and we are inside the screen window. If we press Ctrl A and Ctrl D, we detach ourselves from that. So this is how you do it. So today in this video, we have seen how to create a 24-hour live streaming session on your Raspberry Pi or any other secondary computer. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give a like, share and subscribe to Tech Fortitude, and I'll meet you guys in my next video. Until then, bye.